Hey guys, Chris here with RonBootsFarm, and today it's raining again and I've lost my donkeys. Alright guys, so it's out here raining again. We'll have to make this a quick one, but actually this happened yesterday that I came out here and we had lost our donkeys. They were gone. I had noticed the night before that I didn't see them. I was out here in the chicken pen feeding the chickens, and I looked around here in the back and didn't see them, but if you can see that brush pile back there, I just assumed they were standing behind it because they're back there a lot, messing with stuff, of course. But then when I came out yesterday morning to let the chickens out, I noticed that I didn't see them again, which I thought was odd, that I didn't see them 2 days in a row. So I started walking this way, and I'm going to go under this electric fence here. So I started walking over this way towards the neighbors, trying to see around that brush pile, thinking that I would see them. And when I got over here, this is what I saw. This gate was laid way over here. Now it goes right there between that wooden post and that first T-post, and it's laying way over there, 15, 20 feet away. And so my first thought was, who the heck took the gate down? I didn't know if someone tried to steal them or what, but then I thought, who the heck steals a donkey? And there was probably no way they could load them. That's how we ended up with them, is with the rain. The people we bought the house from couldn't lead them up around the front of the house that's up that way. That's the house right through there. They couldn't lead them up that way to load them, and so they ended up staying here. You could see that they kind of trampled this tall grass down. So I assume they probably just wandered off, but I just wasn't real sure with the gate laying way over there. And I still don't know how it got over there. I'm not sure if maybe the storms we had a week or so ago blew it over there, and it took several days before they actually got out, or maybe it was loose and they got a foot tangled up with it in it and just drug it over there or something. I'm not sure. But I looked all around just to make sure they weren't back there or gotten over in the neighbors. Couldn't find them. And so I started posting on Facebook. We have a neighborhood Facebook group, and we live here, of course, outside of Midlothian, Texas. There's a Midlothian Talk Facebook group we posted in, and someone suggested I post in Lost and Found, Animal Lost and Found Facebook group. And it turned out someone down at the end of the street, the very end of the street, which is way back down this other way towards the neighbors here, going that way. Their daughter was in that page and knew that at her parents' land down there where they keep their horses, that there was 2 donkeys that didn't belong. They actually thought that they went to the neighbors on the other side, so they had locked them in the pasture, which actually kept them from coming back. And so we went down there and found them. So I found my 2 donkeys, and then I gave them away. So they had them locked up, and they'd been there apparently for a day and a half, and they had become friendly with them and weren't sure where they come from. And we had actually been thinking about giving the donkeys away. Not that we disliked them or wanted to get rid of them, or we're just looking to dump them, of course. But we don't have all that much land here. We only have 3 acres total. And I'm kind of standing out here now, but with the chicken barn, which you can see behind me there, the big barn, and the house, that doesn't just leave a whole lot back here in the back. And I would rather have, if we're gonna have animals, something productive. Donkeys, they're good at keeping coyotes away, but not much else. Unless you're gonna hook them up to a plow or something and go to old school plowing or hauling wagons. And they eat everything under the sun as far as brush and all that kind of stuff. And we want to plant more fruit trees, maybe put in some orchards or something like that. And you can't do a lot of that with the donkeys out here. And I don't know what these flowers are, but they sure are pretty. These little pink flowers that are everywhere. I'm sure it's some kind of weed, but they sure look nice. So we had kind of thought about giving them away, and look, I believe that's milkweed, good for your butterflies. But we'd actually checked with the owners of the house or the previous owners that we had bought the house from, to see if they wanted to come get them, because she had said to let her know if we decided to get rid of them, but she really didn't have fences up for them, and we didn't want to just dump them, so we hadn't been really looking that hard. But when I went down there, they were kind of used to them, and just got to talking to the guy, and him and his wife live there, and then his son-in-law and the daughter, they really kind of take care of the place. They got 14 acres down there, and they already had 2 horses and a donkey, and so they were willing to take them. And so we just said, hey, if you want them, they're yours. this looks like a good place for them. They seem like nice folks, would take care of them, and that would give us more room. We told them they changed their mind just to let us know, and we would try to come get them. But yeah, they ended up staying down there. It's like they wandered off and found their own home. So we no longer have the donkeys as of right now, unless they change their mind sometime, soon. But that is going to give us the ability to do a lot more out here. I was already kind of planning on how to put in some orchards and fence them off with electric fence from the donkeys. But this will open it back up, and we still may get some other animals. Goats, of course, would tear into everything, and they're already, as I've talked about in other videos, tearing up my chicken pen, and we may get rid of those as well. But maybe some sheep, or who knows what else. Maybe we'll just put up some really good fences around the outside with electric fence and all that to keep coyotes and stuff out. And of course, it had to be high enough to keep them from jumping over it. And maybe we'll just get some ducks and turkeys and that kind of thing. I don't really know, but we definitely want to put in some fruit trees and that kind of thing in the next couple years. Probably won't be this year. Here in Texas, it's just planting trees in the springtime is not a easy thing to do because it gets so hot so quick in the summer. And my glasses, I believe, are all got raindrops all over them from the rain. But the fall is really the best time to plant them. So, next fall or the fall after, once we kind of make a plan out here. But yeah, I lost my donkeys, found my donkeys, and gave my donkeys away all in one day. So we appreciate you watching. We're gonna cut this one off here. If you hadn't already, if you would like and subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when our new videos come out, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.